Hi SUGEE people, welcome back to SUGEE Podcast. I am Fristy, your host for today. And today on our show, we will have a special guest, Younis, the founder of Orango Japan. So today, Adam will join me in this podcast by sharing his passion for developing Orango Japan, a website that facilitates teaching and learning activities for foreign language tutors, teachers, and students living in Japan. So stay tuned.
Welcome to SUGEE Podcast Episode 2, Adam Younis on Orango Japan.
Okay, thank you for joining me today in SUGEE Podcast. Hello Adam, thank you.
Hey there.
Yeah. Yeah, so today, SUGEE people, we will have inspiring talk with the founder of Orango Japan. So, Adam, can you introduce yourself to SUGEE people out there?
Okay, hi SUGEE people. Fristy, thanks for inviting me onto the podcast, first of all. Very kind of you. My name is Adam. I'm from Glasgow in Scotland. Right now, I am in Scotland for this podcast. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and the weather in Glasgow, as usual, is raining and cold. I have a number of different jobs. I am a website developer. I also run Orango Japan and some other sites. And I also work sometimes as a support worker in Glasgow. And I have a history also in engineering. So I'm also a civil engineer, and I used to work overseas in humanitarian aid projects. So a very diverse background. But now I'm focusing most of my attention on Orango Japan.
Wow, it's really cool. Actually, I'm also a civil engineer. Yeah, but anyway, let's talk about this later. And okay,
Yeah, sure.
so Adam, can you share with me and SUGEE people out there about what is Orango Japan and why you are so passionate in developing this website?
Yeah, so first of all, primarily Orango Japan is a platform for language learners and language teachers to find each other, to get together. So that's the kind of primary function. So if you are looking for a French teacher, if you're living in Japan and you're looking for a French teacher or an English teacher, Spanish teacher, any language, you can go to the website and you can search the teacher database for free. You don't have to pay anything. And you have lots of different teachers with different skill sets. Some have a lot of experience, some might be students in Japan, maybe some work for another English company, some have expensive rates, some have cheap rates. They all have different qualities and different skill sets. So once you find a teacher you like, you can contact the teacher. And the good thing about Orango Japan is that most of the teachers offer free trial lessons. So what you can do is you can contact lots of different teachers, you can have lots of different trial lessons for free, and then when you find a teacher that is just perfect for you, you can arrange to have more lessons with that teacher. Now, also, what Orango Japan also is, and this is a new feature, is that it is a platform for free Zoom language lessons. So anybody can go to the Orango Japan website and there will be a list of free English lessons on different subjects. In the month of July, I'll be the language teacher, but every month there'll be different teachers. And you can go and you can sign up and you'll get a Zoom code, and you can not just watch an English lesson, but participate in the class, because there'll be small classes, free lessons, all levels, and the teacher will be interacting with the student.
Oh, it's cool. So basically, it's like a Tinder for students and teacher. Is that right? So I want, for example,
it's a bit like a Tinder, yeah. But you don't swipe left or you don't swipe right. You just.
So, but not only limited in English, yeah. Another language also.
All languages. Most of the teachers on there are English teachers, because there is a bigger number of English teachers in Japan. But also, we welcome teachers of all languages, so we've got native speakers from all over the world offering their services there. So yeah, you can go and you can see who you like, and if you want to contact a teacher, you can contact the teacher first to see if they're still available. And as I said, you can try a teacher, and if you don't like the teacher in the beginning, no problem. You know, it's not. The teachers know that a lot of students like to try out different teachers, so you don't have to feel bad if you only go for one lesson and never go back.
Okay, so SUGEE people, if you try to find a language teacher or tutors in Japan, maybe you can use Orango Japan. Or if you want to teach your native language, also you can use Orango Japan. Okay, then what is the meaning of Orango? Is there any special meaning? Orange?
About 10, 11, 12 years ago, I lived in Japan.
Oh.
And I had two different jobs. I was working in Nova for a while, and then I was working as an English teacher in Kawasaki. But when I was working in Nova, the language school, they introduced, maybe it was 15 years ago, they introduced a mascot called the Nova Usagi. And everybody loved the Nova Usagi. It was really, really popular in Japan. So many students would sign up for Nova lessons because of the Usagi, because they found the Usagi so cute. So I thought, when I was developing the brand, I thought, okay, I'm going to try and have a cute animal as the mascot. I want a very cute and cuddly and, you know, like the Usagi, a very friendly, cute animal. So I thought to myself, okay, what is the cutest animal I can think of? For me, what is the cutest animal? And I thought, the most cute animal I can think of is the baby orangutan.
Orangutan?
Yeah, so I thought, okay, I'm going to have a website, and the logo is going to be a really cute baby orangutan. And I thought, Japanese customers will love it. So I set up my website, and in the beginning, when I first created my website, it was called Orangutan Japan. That was the first name for it, Orangutan Japan. And I thought, now I have to design a very cute and lovely anime of an orangutan. But the problem was, Fristy, I'm not an artist. I can't do manga. And I couldn't create a cute logo like the Nova Usagi. So I ditched the idea of the mascot. And then I just had the website Orangutan Japan. And then 2 years ago, when I relaunched the website, because the website as Orangutan English, I kind of stopped working on it. 2 years ago, I decided, let's relaunch this, let's do it again. And I thought, I'm going to change the name. Orangutan Japan, it's too long, doesn't make sense. But I wanted to keep it a little bit similar. I didn't want to change it completely, I wanted to keep it a little bit similar. So I thought, Orango, that sounds quite catchy. And also because maybe this doesn't make sense for Japanese speakers, but for me, when I think of Japanese words for language, eigo, fransko, doitsugo, there is that word go at the end. So I thought, eigo, doitsugo, fransko, orango. That was my thinking. So yeah, that is the answer. And also because orangutans are orange, the website colour is kind of orange and brown and yellow.
By the way, in Indonesian, orang means people. So orang utan is forest. So people living in forest.
Brilliant.
Yeah, yes. It's Indonesian language.
Orangutans are forest people.
Yes, forest people.
Hey, brilliant. I remember reading somewhere that orangutan is one of the words that in almost all languages it is the same.
Yeah.
In French, orangutan, in German, orangutan, English, orangutan, Indonesian, I guess, orangutan, Japanese. So, yeah. Forest people.
Yes, forest people.
Today's lesson.
Yeah. Orangutan. Oh, I heard about orangutan English before when I searched on Google about the English teacher. Maybe 2 years ago,
Yeah.
2018?
Could
2018 October?
yeah,
No,
yeah,
yeah.
because the old site kept going, and then I relaunched it as Orango Japan and Orango Teacher instead of Orango Tang Japan or Orango Tang English.
So, why? At first, I want to know like why you choose Japan as your name, target.
Yes. So as I kind of alluded to in the last answer there, I used to live in Japan. I lived in Japan for about 4 years. I went over there initially as a Nova teacher. I was working for Nova in a branch in Kawagoe, in Saitama Prefecture, and I was living in a very small, I was living in a kind of urban town called Fristy, also in Saitama, and I was an English conversation teacher to small groups. And I loved my time in Japan. I had such a fantastic time there. But I left Saitama and went to live in Ikebukuro, in Tokyo, which was incredible. You know, it was one of the best periods of my life, because it was just so exciting and just so eye-opening. But then after about 2.5 years with Nova, I wanted a bit of a change, and I got a job working for Kawasaki, based in, I think, Gifu Prefecture. It was a Kawasaki campus, and they had lots of students living. The students were, they were graduate students, and they were Kawasaki employees, but they lived in the Kawasaki campus. I've never seen this before in the UK, but I think this is quite common in Japan. So all the students and all the graduate students and all the young Kawasaki employees lived in this campus. And every day they would have English lessons. And I was the resident English teacher. So I would go into this class of Kawasaki employees, and I would deliver English lessons. But during this time, I was only working 3 days a week. It was quite part-time, so I had 2 days free. So I thought, let's do something with the time I have off. So I thought, I'm quite interested in web development. I think I'll build a website, but I didn't know what kind of site to build. I thought, I don't want to have just, this is Adam's website. I wanted to do something a little bit more interesting. So at the time when I was in Japan, I knew lots of people who were looking for teachers, and I knew also lots of teachers who wanted to earn a little bit more money by teaching private students. So I thought, okay, I'll build a website that combines the two. And then when I left Japan, I thought about, okay, I'm no longer living in Japan. We can have a site like Orango Japan for people in Scotland or for people in the UK, but I still think the Japanese market is a very strong market for language learning, because so many Japanese people want to learn English for business, to learn English. And I think in particular in Japan, Japanese people have a very strong, in generalization obviously, but many Japanese people have a very good foundation in English language. So the grammar is very good and the vocabulary is very good, but they don't have the experience or the confidence when it comes to conversation. Or maybe, they haven't a lot of experience speaking English with people with different accents. So maybe you've never heard someone with an Irish accent or a Scottish accent or a Scandinavian accent. And Orango Japan is very good because it gives people the opportunity to improve their confidence in conversation with people of different native accents around the world. And I think that's more important than having a very extensive vocabulary or having your grammar 100%. Because many native speakers still make grammar errors. Many native speakers have fairly limited vocabularies, but the ability to communicate comes, I think, through interaction and through practice. So that's why I decided to stay focused on the Japanese market.
Oh, okay. So it's because you see the perspective in the Japanese market. And yeah, right now recently the Japanese in a country in general, I think they are tend to more open to foreigners, so they try to learn English more and more. So
also as well, I mean, I really like Japan, and I wanted to keep a connection to Japan. So when I came back to the UK, when I was living away from Japan, I didn't want to let go of my connection to Japan. And having a business operating in Japan allows me to stay connected to Japan in some ways, which was also important.
Oh, okay. Oh, and then why you left Japan?
Yeah, I mean, it was difficult. I was there for 4 years. It was a difficult decision. I thought if I stay in Japan for more than 4 years, for 5 years, for 10 years, I thought at the time it would be difficult to go back to the UK and continue another profession there. And also I miss my family. You know, it's a long distance. It's very difficult to take a holiday from the UK to Japan, because you have to spend a lot of money getting there, and the traveling time is long. So yeah, I suppose ultimately I miss my family, and I decided to come back.
Okay, so it's because you miss your family. Okay, then what is the biggest challenge you have experienced during the development of the Orango Japan, and how did you overcome them?
As we discussed just there, you know, I'm running a business where the target market lives in Japan, and I am in the UK. I mean, that is a big issue, a big problem. So I am trying to advertise the website in a country where I don't live, and also my Japanese isn't very good. So I am trying to operate in a market where the customers speak a different language from me. So that is a big challenge now. I would like to be able to say, oh, I resolved the challenge by becoming fluent in Japanese, but so I mean, I'm lucky in that I have Japanese people who are bilingual who also work on Orango Japan with me. So the business is not just me. There is someone, she's Japanese, and 2 people are working with Orango Japan. One person lives in Malta, and she's Japanese. And the other person lives in Dubai, and she's also Japanese. So it's a very small company, just 3 or 4 people, and none of us live in Japan.
Wow.
But they obviously are great, because they can help me with the translation, they can help me with the customer queries and the customer questions, and they help with marketing and that kind of thing. And also through the internet, you know, you're able to meet people and meet communities and network with people now from another country, even without meeting them. So I mean, here I am, Fristy, I'm talking to you. You know, you're sitting in Osaka, I'm in Glasgow. We met through LinkedIn or one of these platforms, I can't remember, or Facebook or something like that, and we've created a business relationship. So you don't actually need to be in the country anymore to create these very profitable networking relationships. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it would have been impossible, but now, thanks to online networking opportunities, it's no longer an impossible problem.
Wow, it's cool. So basically there's none of you living in Japan right now. So okay, then how can you ensure the safety of your website to the students, to the Japanese students? I mean, like, maybe there are some like not strange, like some people want to join the website but not to teach, but like they want to find a girlfriend, for example, or want to try another things that not related with the teaching and learning activities. Like, how can you ensure this platform is safe for SUGEE people out there who want to join your platform?
Yeah, no, it's a very, very good point actually, and it's a very serious question. So because at the moment the way the website works is that teachers, people living in Japan, can go to the website and they can enter their details, enter their teaching details, enter their qualifications, etc., etc., and then it gets posted onto the website. And we at Orango Japan, we realised that, as you said, how can we be sure that some of the teachers aren't as authentic as they say they are? So we introduced a new program. In English, it translates to trusted teachers, or I think it's like Ososune Sensei. So what we do with some of our teachers now is that we actually interview them. So we will arrange a Skype lesson. Sorry, not a Skype lesson, a Skype interview. And we will speak to the student and make sure we believe the student's intentions and ask the student about their motivations for teaching. And then we will ask to see evidence of any qualifications that the teacher has posted on the profile. So if a teacher says, I went to university in Harvard, then we say, okay, we need to see the certificate. So they will send us a scan of the certificate. And then we say, we want you to add a video introduction to your profile so students can see the teacher talking and get a feeling for the teacher, make sure they look like they look, And once we have this, we will add a badge to the profile. It's like a certification badge, a stamp. And it says in Japan, it basically signifies that this is a trusted teacher. Orango Japan has checked the qualifications of this teacher, and they have spoken to this teacher for 10 minutes, and they trust this teacher, and they verify that the information on this profile is correct. But it's a really good question, because some teachers, maybe only at the moment 10% of the teachers have this stamp. Not all of the teachers do. So we are trying to encourage all of the teachers to become trusted teachers. We want to see the certifications of all of our teachers. We want all of our teachers to have a video introduction, and we want to be able to have confidence in all of our teachers.
Okay, thank you so much. So, SUGEE people, Orango Japan have several things to do to ensure the reliability of the teacher, like a close communication between the teacher, like direct interview, and then also the stamp, like trusted teacher, by checking the certificates and other things, and it will ensure the safety of this platform. Okay, next question. Okay, and I've read on your website introduction, it was said that Orango aims to provide language tutors, teachers, students living in Japan a website that can facilitate the teaching and learning of foreign languages. The web presence consists of two main websites, orangoteacher.com, a site for teacher, and orangojapan.com, a site for students. And then could you explain to SUGEE people out there on how does it works? If some SUGEE people want to try or want to use your services, what should they do first?
So first of all, from the teacher perspective, if you are a language teacher of any language living in Japan at the moment, you go to orangoteacher.com, and there is a button that says add your profile. So you go into the profile page and you add all your details about yourself, your qualifications, your previous experience, your availability, whereabouts you stay in Japan, and then you say whether you can teach Skype lessons or face-to-face lessons or both, because Orango Japan offers the opportunity to teach online and face-to-face. And then once you've added in all your details and added a photograph and uploaded a video, you press submit. Then that profile comes through to the Orango Japan office here, and we will look at the profile, and also we offer the teacher the opportunity to become a trusted teacher, like we spoke about. So after the teacher submits their profile, they will receive an email back, and it says, If you would like to become a trusted teacher, please contact us and we will arrange a 10-minute interview, and also we will need to see your documentation. So that's how it works for a teacher. It's quite a simple process. For a student goes to orangojapan.com and straight away they can see there is a search box, and they can search for teachers in their area. They can search for online teachers, they can search for example, teachers in Osaka. Press enter, and there will be hundreds of, or depending on where they live, there will be profiles of teachers in that area that meet their search criteria. So if you wanted, let's say, Spanish teachers in Osaka, you search Spanish teachers in Osaka. You can see the profile, you can see all the information, but at this stage, you can't see the teacher contact information. You can contact the teacher for free, but the email goes to Orango Japan, and then Orango Japan contacts the teacher. So you don't see the email address. Okay. If you have found a teacher, if you're a student and you have found a teacher that you like, and you're happy with the teacher, and you're confident the teacher is available, you pay a one-off fee of 3,000 yen, and that gives you membership to Orango Japan. And with that membership, you can contact as many teachers as you want for as long as you want. So there is no limit to the number of teachers you can contact, and there is no limit to how long your membership lasts. Also, if you are not happy with the service after 1 month, if you do not find a teacher that is perfect for you, Orango Japan will give you your money back, no problems. Just send an email and say, I couldn't find a teacher. We say, we're very sorry, and we refund you the amount.
Oh, okay. So you guys have two kind of pricing plan. I mean, free and membership.
Yeah. So, first of all, for the Zoom video lessons, if you go to the website, I think that there are five lessons, and 3 of the Zoom video lessons are free, completely free. Anybody can watch them. Anybody can register. 2 of them, I think, business English and the more grammar-focused ones at the moment, you have to be a member. So if you're a member, then you go into the members area and then you register for those classes. Also, you can contact a teacher for free via Orango Japan. Not directly, but via Orango Japan for free. But if you want to contact the teacher directly and see a teacher's contact details, then you would have to become a member. So yes, you can still explore the website for free, but if you want to contact teachers directly, and if you want to access all of the Zoom classes, you have to pay 3,000 yen. One-time fee, unlimited access.
How about the teacher side?
So the teachers, they don't have to pay anything at the moment. Teachers, completely free service. So we're trying to bring in as many teachers as possible, so that the variety for the students is greater. So that's
okay, cool. Okay, last question. On a scale 1 until 10, what scale you recommend SUGEE people to use Orango Japan in the future, and why?
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10. So I would say, if you are a language learner and you want to improve your conversation skills, definitely go to the website and enroll for the Zoom classes first of all, because it's free. You know, no commitment. We don't take any address details. We don't take email address, anything like that. Just go and gain some experience listening to and talking to native speakers online. And then, if you decide, you want to have a more professional relationship with a teacher, then sign up, become a member, and then contact lots of teachers. Have free trial lessons, keep trying until you find the perfect teacher. Experience different teachers. And then when you've found the perfect teacher, great, you can have online lessons, And then when the coronavirus situation becomes safer, you can meet your teacher and have, one-to-one lessons in a coffee shop or in a library or something like that. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to say 10.
10.
Yeah, I'm trying to market the website here.
Okay then, so SUGEE people, it is really recommended 10. So you can just try using the Orango Japan website and find out by yourself. Okay, that's all for today's episode of SUGEE podcast. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Adam, for joining me today, for sharing your passion and insight about Orango Japan.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so people, join us again next week because we will have another inspiring guest or useful information. And if you guys interested in Orango Japan, you can visit orangojapan.com for students and orangoteacher.com for teacher. So, okay, SUGEE people, make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and YouTube so you never miss an episode. If you are interested in what we do, you can stop by our website at sugee.gp, SUGEE.gp. And thank you so much and see you in the next episode.
Thank you for listening to SUGEE Podcast. Subscribe our channel and turn on notifications. We provide services for businessmen and professionals who work in Kansai. Arigatou gozaimasu.